Hi, Noel. I ate pasta last night.
Hi, Erin. Oh, yeah? Well, I have eaten pasta twice in the last week.
Hi everyone, my name is Beatrice, and today we're going to be taking a look at the present perfect verb tense.
Hi, Beatrice. Some people call this the present perfect simple verb tense.
You're absolutely right, Jamie. And for our listeners, I'd just like to point out that this is the exact same thing. Today, we'll just refer to this as the present perfect. So, what are we going to see in this video, Jamie?
We'll start with an overview of this verb tense, and then we go into detail and see how and when it's formed.
So earlier you asked me to say that I ate pasta last night, and Noel to say that she has eaten pasta twice in the last week. Were those examples of the present perfect verb tense?
No, your sentence is not present perfect. It's something else. I think my sentence was present perfect.
You would be right, Noel. I have eaten pasta twice in the last week is an example of a present perfect sentence.
We say that this is a tricky verb tense because there is no exact similar scenario in French.
Although French has no present perfect aspect, it has a grammatical form that is constructed in the same way as is the present perfect by using a conjugated form of avoir usually, plus a past participle.
What you need to know is that this verb tense can be used in two circumstances. Aaron and Noel, can you tell us what these are? They're here on the screen.
Sure. So in some cases, when an action is complete but we don't know when it happened, we'll use this verb tense. Time is kept intentionally vague or it's not important.
In the other case, we do know when the action started and it's still continuing into the present or even into the future.
As you can see here, the present perfect is formed using has or have along with the past participle.
So it's important to understand that the past participle is not necessarily a word that ends in ed. For example, the verb to eat is ate in the simple past and eaten in the past participle.
Yes, I've seen this before with those irregular verb charts we see all the time. It's that third column on the table. Just type in irregular verbs on the ESL Radius website to see the chart that I'm talking about.
So, we had some examples of the present perfect. I'm not going to read these off to you. I'll just let you examine these for a moment. You can always pause the video if you need to.
Right. So here are some examples in the affirmative. In the negative, the present perfect being used for questions that can be answered with yes or no. And lastly, how to use the present perfect for information questions.
Now, earlier we discussed the two times when the present perfect can be used. Here we have a graphic that nicely shows this visually.
Now, these can be further broken down into what I might term three patterns.
What do you mean by that? What are patterns?
By that, we mean modèle or schéma.
So for the first pattern, we have actions that happened in the past. It's done and over with, but we don't know exactly when the action happened. So for example, they have run a marathon before.
The second pattern is almost identical, except the action stopped very recently. So, for instance, they have fallen off the roller coaster. Call for help.
It's this third pattern that is completely different from the other two. For this pattern, we have a pretty good idea of when the action started, even if it's not precise. And it's still going on right now in the present or even into the future.
Be careful. This third pattern only works with certain verb tenses. We generally call these non-continuous verb tenses. These are usually verbs that are conceptual in nature. In other words, things you cannot normally see with your eyes.
Oh, yes, I see what you mean here on this slide. Things that are abstract, emotional, or have to do with ownership of something.
It's sometimes easier for some learners to simply think about the scenarios in which we use the present perfect. Take a moment to examine these scenarios.
And that's all we have to say about the present perfect verb tense. Now, if you would like more information, or if you would like to formatively test yourself to make sure that you understand this verb tense, you can head over to the ESL Radius website. Click on the search icon magnifying glass and enter the keywords present perfect.